From the Westwood Sports Complex in Washington Township, New Jersey, WCTV is proud to present high school football. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Fury along with John Francola. We're going to be doing tonight our first game for WCTV, and it's a good one. Riverdale is playing Westwood, and this is a game that has a lot of competition. There's a bird bowl involved because both schools have nicknames for birds. The bird bowl has been sitting in Riverdale since 2014. Westwood hopes to get it back today. They've played some great games over the years. It's a classic. And John, both teams are really good. They got great coaching on both sides of the ball there.
And Larry, every game that we've seen lately, it always ends at the end. Maybe a 2-point conversion. These two teams, they love to play, and it will be a fantastic finish. One game, 1 or 2 points will separate these two teams.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the Riverdale. Jake Sconza, their quarterback. He's an outstanding quarterback. He's a senior. John, we've seen him for at least 3 years making play after play after play. And he's an unbelievable player. Last week, he had 14 for 24, 228 yards. Also, they have Andrew Spano, a running back. He's done very well with Chris Clem. And their all-purpose back is Malfugian. He caught 3 touchdown passes last week. They're very explosive in these individuals.
But, Larry, the one key person on that whole team is the head coach. This person is unbelievable. He does not sleep at night. He'll call you at 4 in the morning. He called me at 4. He will get mileage out of every play. And you'll see at the end of the game today, it may be a 2-point conversion or a missed field goal, and one team will win the game.
You know, also on defense, they have, I think they're twin brothers, the Seibels, Nick and Scott. They have 24 tackles in 2 games, so they're tackling machines. John, Westwood comes here with a powerful offense and a powerful team led by Robbie Carthage.
Oh, this young man, let me tell you something. If I was starting a team, he would be the first person that I would say, you have to be my quarterback. This young man is unbelievable. He's he can call, he can throw. I see him playing in the next level in maybe D1. How's that? That's my prediction. And
Westwood also has playing for them Kobe Lawton, a 4-year starter. He's a jack of all trades. He runs the ball. He's a wide receiver. He plays defense. He's been here for 4 years, an outstanding player.
They're unbelievable, Larry. They're going to score from any place. To me, this is probably one of the best football teams that I've seen at Westwood since the beginning. How's that? Since the 2000, I'm going back to the 2000 team. This team has characters, has players. They could beat anybody on the field.
And Jack Dugan, number 44 for Westwood. He's another 4-year starter. I seen him in scrimmage catch a 44-yard touchdown pass, made it look flawless. He can catch the ball, and he runs also very well.
He also kicks. He's kicking the ball. I can't believe how far he can kick the ball. This young man now is kicking the ball in the end zone. How many kids in high school can kick the ball in the end zone? Not many.
Both teams have a storied history of playing over the last 15 years against each other. It's always been a fight to the finish. We expect one today. We expect a close game. I hope you enjoy it.
Let's now meet the team.
Yanni Constantinides, senior linebacker.
AJ Milo, senior running back.
Kobe Lawton, senior wide receiver.
Anthony Sabatello, senior running back.
Jack Mactus, senior linebacker.
Jack Dugan, senior tight end.
Dan Rose, senior safety.
Chris Picanic, senior left tackle.
Kirk Schmidides, senior lineman.
Andre Petracki, senior cornerback.
Eden Carroll, senior defensive end.
Justin Singer, senior defensive end. Aiden Carazana, junior DB.
Joshua, junior nose guard.
Joey Klein, junior wide receiver.
Joe Morrow, junior guard.
Mike Carthage, junior linebacker.
AJ Batelli, junior tackle.
Thomas Busnich, junior wide receiver.
David Gabordi, junior tight end.
Braden Roberts, junior, right tackle.
Luke Biello, sophomore, linebacker.
Tyler Roberts, junior, right tackle.
Sean Morrison, sophomore, safety.
Bobby Carson, junior, quarterback.
Aiden Dugan, sophomore, running back.
Dante Downey, sophomore, right guard.
Luke Busenich, sophomore, wide receiver.
Jake Sembler, sophomore, wide receiver.
Nick Trippi, sophomore, safety.
Connor Stewart, sophomore, cornerback. Eli Tavares, sophomore, running back.
Dylan McKinnon, sophomore, outside linebacker.
Jordan Yapes, sophomore, H-back.
David Ismoli, sophomore, wide receiver.
Travis Mack, sophomore, guard.
Cooper Smith, sophomore, tackle.
Zion Ridley, sophomore, tackle.
Cypher Planker, sophomore, kicker.
Steve Klein, freshman, safety.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Riverdale Marching Band. Entering the field, the Hawks from Riverdale High School, led by Coach DJ Memphis. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Westwood Cardinals!
Oh. È morta.
Well, the national anthem was sung as I killed the first bee of the year here in the press box. Everybody, again, I'm Larry LaFury along with John Francola, who's now looking for the bee that died.
Oh, it's looking at me.
Oh, he's looking at you, John. You better whack him again.
All right.
The fans are starting to file in for this 7 o'clock game here at Westwood High School in Washington Township, New Jersey. And we're anticipating another outstanding game between these two teams. John, it's been Riverdale. They've been winning every year since 2014, to throw the pandemic out. But there have been some close games. Westwood's close a couple of times. And there is we got to find a picture of it. There is a bird in a cage. They call it the Bird Bowl. That goes back a long time with, I think, Trish Benvenuto when she was the athletic director here, and Dennis Nelson at Riverdale.
He's still there.
Yeah. And let's see who won, of course, Riverdale has won the toss. They declined.
That's
Westwood will receive the ball first as we get ready to start this game. So it's the Bird Bowl. Everyone calls it the Bird Bowl. But there's a great relationship with Westwood and Riverdale. I think the hockey team plays. Westwood
They play
kids
together,
play on
I
the
guess.
hockey team. They play together. I think there's another sport they may be involved with. And I've heard, and I'm not 100% sure, that once you do that, you can't go to another school and co-op with another school. So Westwood and Riverdale will be co-oping if they get involved with anything else down the road. So there is a big, there's a camaraderie, there's a competition, but there's also a friendliness, if you will.
Oh,
a
yeah.
camaraderie that they have. The ADs get along very well. The coaches get along very well. So hopefully Everyone gets along here today.
Larry, from here to there is 4.5 miles.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We could probably walk there. And then we
Well,
could have a drink or something
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
no.
Or water, that is.
Can we walk 4 miles? Yeah, I can walk.
We
4
can
miles.
walk 4
Oh,
miles.
4
Come on.
miles. I can do that.
That'd be, look.
Not run.
Look at Fitbit, 10,411. That's 5 miles.
There you go. You walk. Yeah, but you did that all day since 4 o'clock in the morning.
I don't sleep. I walk.
All right, ready for the kickoff. It's our first game here
I
at
can't wait.
WCTV. Westwood is in their black uniforms with red numerals. Here's a kick, end over end. Coming down, too. It's going to be tough to see here.
From the 6.
Yeah, and it's...
Let me pick up. It's number 2, Larry.
Lawton. So Kobe Lawton takes off. So Westwood will come out with Simonides at the center. Usher and Bilio are the guards. Roberts and Pinnick will be the tackles. And we'll see what the specials do. We do have Gabardati as the tight end. Robbie Carstridge will be the quarterback. Split to the left, to the right. Cartridge is calling signals. Pitch out quickly to the outside and going forward for a couple of yards.
About 2 yards.
Is I think it's
number
Lawton.
2. Number 2.
That was Lawton. It's going to be very difficult for us to see the numbers. They just don't blend and pop out. So we got to take our time here today with them.
We'll have a little bit of a delay, but we'll be there.
Maybe a play and a half, but we'll get there.
Then we'll know the size, as they say. And there's Carthage. What a quarterback he is. He's only a junior.
Oh, yeah. So second down, we'll give it 3 yards.
And we should mention Carthage is 26 for 36 for 248 yards.
It's a scout going around the left side.
Look at that.
And that was...
Number 1.
That was Carthage running around the left side. Very athletic.
Up to this point, he's 208 yards in his back pocket plus that. So this young man can do it all. I think we're going to hang out with him, Larry. We can talk sports with him.
This is a Wildcat with Dugan running around. He picked up about 13 yards. Another first down. He's just shy of the 45-yard line.
That's number 44.
So Westwood went into a Wildcat. Oh, John, I should have bought my binoculars.
Well, you know what we're going to have to do? I'm going to have to key and look in.
Yeah, we're going to have to ask our camera people to get real close as the play ends. So
we'll go by numbers here.
Yeah.
I'll give you fingers with it. All right.
Cartridge looking over the defense, calling signals. Has it, hands off to Dugan on the left side. Bangs into 1, bangs into 2.
About 6 yards, I believe.
He might have been dropped for a 3-yard loss, but he kept his feet and ran up and picked up an extra 3 on top of that. So it's a pickup of 6, second and 4.
Nick Seibel on the tackle, number 5. Now you can see a little bit better.
Yeah, when you get it closer, we can see him off the TV.
Listen, we've been in worse situations, Larry.
Oh, tell me about it.
You and I, against the world.
Dugan over center and falls forward. It's going to bring up a third and very short. Westwood hasn't thrown the ball once here, John.
Yeah, now Dugan has had 3 touchdowns so far, rushing, 1 receiving. We'll try to give some stats as we get along here, as we pick up our first game.
Crowd still coming in. These 7 o'clock games. It takes till about 7:15, 7:30 to get everybody in. Cartridge looking. He's going to have to run for it. He's at the 40. Throws downfield. Had a man open. Just overthrew him.
That was number 11, I believe, that was out there.
Bucinich? Yes, that's Bucinich.
That was Bucinich.
Like I said, folks, we cannot see these numbers.
We're going to work on it.
Yeah.
We got glasses. We got everything here.
The only thing we don't have here is a periscope. All right, it's going to be 4th and short.
On about the 39-yard line.
Yeah, Riverdale's going to try to hold him here. Empty backfield. Dugan, he's going to be stopped for a loss. And Riverdale stops Westwood on a 4th down play. And they take over.
It'll be on a 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line.
Big play for Westwood. For Riverdale.
Absolutely.
Riverdale will come out. Jacob Sconza will be the quarterback. Chris Clem and Anthony Spano will be a running back. Max Fujian, he's a slot receiver. He caught 3 touchdown passes last week. Rosage and Weiss will be the wide receivers.
They're 1-1 for the season. Lost to a very good team, Parsippany Hills, and beat Bergenfield 30-25.
Throws out, has
loss.
And he has a loss. That's Fujian. Dropped quickly for maybe a loss.
That was Constantinides, number 8 on the stop. Yanni.
Kellerman, Yeshubu, Wetzler, Orancio are up front for Riverdale. We'll give you Westwood's defense in just a moment. 2nd down and long.
Quarterback keeper.
Right up the middle. He's faked to Spano.
You can give that to 6 for Westwood.
Westwood defense across the front. Bellio, Usher, and Maturin. Linebackers, Morrow, who leads the teams in tackle. Constantinides and Dugan will get the backfield after this play, after 3rd down.
3rd and about 8.
Gonzo looking. Comes motion. He's looking. He's got protection. There's a flag on the play. Rolls to his right. Throws downfield. And let's see what they're going to say. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass, but it could be against Riverdale. Let's see. Let's see if I'm on the ball here.
We're waiting.
All right, now we'll have to give it to you.
Motion.
Illegal procedure, right?
So it's declined, and Riverdale will send out their punting unit. Just to finish the defense for Westwood, Joe Klein and Ada Carazano are the corners. Cirosi is the free safety, and the rover is Sean Morrison. I was told that today is Sean Morrison's 16th birthday by a little birdie.
Unbelievable.
Here's a kick, end over end, coming down.
Oh,
and it's caught by Riverdale. Fumbled by Westwood right into Riverdale's arms.
Number 1 picked up the ball. Jack Carey on the recovery.
How do you like that? The ball popped right into the Riverdale
number 1.
tackler.
Jack Carey.
You don't see that
often. It came right to him.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, the great Brian
Carr.
He's not a, they said he's a VIP, not a VIP. Check his credentials.
So now they're on a 35-yard line.
Sconza hands to Spano. Spano hits the line, picked up maybe a yard.
Underneath we have I'm going to give it to number 8. Yanni Constantinides. I love that name. It's got a ring.
2nd down and 9.
Oh my God, he's got a shave. Look at
Sconza's
that
back. Looks. He's got no room. Now he wants to throw. He throws downfield. Incomplete. Overthrows his man intended for Clem.
He saved about 5-6 yard loss, so he threw the ball away in the vicinity of a receiver.
So 3rd down now and 8 yards to go.
34.
It feels great being back, Larry.
Boy, remember doing the games upstairs? We were 10, 15 feet apart.
Yeah. With little lights.
No light. You think
we would throw names.
You think those game names?
Numbers? Nobody. Don't worry about it.
We didn't care. We had the numbers. We didn't have the light. Sconza's looking. Rolls to his right. Still running. Throws the ball away. And it's going to be a 4th down. You know, John, they changed the rule. They had an article in the papers today. now when the high school quarterback gets outside the tackle, he can throw the ball away.
All right.
I think last year that might have been a penalty.
Right.
So now it's 4th down. And
About
9 yards
9
to
yards,
go.
yeah.
Sconza's looking around. Getting signals from the bench. Sconza calling signals. He's back. He's got some time. Now we don't have any time. Now you really don't have any time. And we have a penalty on the play. Let's see.
I'm waiting.
They're calling a hold. Westwood will reject it. They will take over. Now both teams have held on 4th down.
That was Longton on a sack, but the sack was not given.
So Westwood was able to dodge the bullet of the fumble.
And gain some yards.
And they gained some yards.
And you know, Larry, that's the game. The name of the game is you got to get more yards the other way.
6 minutes, 53 seconds to go in the first quarter. We have no score. Riverdale versus Westwood.
So they'll start on a 47. Oh, that was stopped.
I think that was, looked like it was, I don't know, it was Lawton into the middle, nothing. Got to get close up shot.
I'll tell you what, I'm trying to get inside the TV. It's number 2, yes, it was number 2. Yeah.
You know, I'm getting to the point where I know how they run.
Kobe Lawton, number 2, a wide receiver. What a ball player. He's the senior.
No gain.
All right. Now, you know,
Chirosis comes out. Also 34 comes way out to the right. Dabuardi and a timeout. So with 6:12, we have no score here between Westwood and Riverdale. We have motion. Going to be a pass here. Caught and knocked out of bounds.
Reception number 2.
Yeah,
Lawton.
that was Lawton. Lawton does everything. That's a pickup of about 8 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd down, and let's wait for the spot. 3rd down and
give it 2.
2.
2. They see that they heard us say 2. They made sure it's 2. So on the 44.
Put it down. 1 yard to go for the Cardinals.
I tell you, Larry, now I can see.
Oh, it's great to hear. We have a Wildcat with Dugan in the backfield, empty backfield. Dugan looks, goes to his right, has some room. Gets away from 1, falls across the 40-yard line for a 1st down.
Stopped by number 30.
And a penalty.
All right.
They're going to call, let's see, personal foul looks like. Personal foul against Westwood.
So that'll lose the 1st down.
If that's a dead ball foul, they'll move that ball 10, 15 yards. Boy, are they walking.
Personal foul against Westwood. That's a dead ball foul.
So
Don't move back 15 yards, but it's a 1st.
It'd still be a 1st down because it was a dead ball foul after the play. So you walk off the yardage and keep the down.
So on about the 10-yard, on the 46-yard line, they'll start 1st down.
That's where we almost started.
And there's my little granddaughter.
Partridge throws downfield. And caught!
No.
No, dropped. Oh.
When he hit the ground, he missed it.
Boy, he was turning all over.
That was number 44.
Was that Dugan?
It was Dugan.
Okay. No, it was Gabordi. 34.
All right, I gave up for whatever. Well,
Yeah,
34, 44. It's only a digit. 10 digit.
So 2nd down and 10.
2nd down, 10 yards to go.
2nd and 10 now. Lawton is out to the left. Carthage.
It's Carthage. Great defense
He's
right
dropped.
there.
No gain.
Looks like number 6 on the stop.
Seibel. They make a lot of tackles, the two Seibel kids.
Seibel on the stop.
Number 6, Scott Seibel.
Nick and his brother Scott had 24 tackles this week.
Brings up 3rd down and 9 to go for the Cardinals.
You know, a lot of rust I see out there. Both teams at this point, Larry. You know,
It's getting to be a defensive struggle here.
You know, you're looking at their third game. You have one that's 2-0 and one is 1-1.
Carthage being rushed.
A little screen.
This is fit though.
Nice move.
Nice move. There he goes.
He could
going down
go.
the sideline.
He could go. Nice
And
block.
He's going all the way, and he flags touchdown. But I think there's a flag on the ground.
Well, from the 46, so that would be 54-yard pass play.
If it counted, it did not count. It's
But
coming
they're
back.
coming back. Uh-oh.
There was a hit in the back.
I see the flag.
Pushing it back, yes. I saw it.
And a 54-yard touchdown by Lawton.
Well, there's a touchdown that came back.
There was a push in the back, John. 4:49 to go. No score. Westwood had a touchdown, but it was called back on a hit back.
And, of course, you're going to get a penalty the other way.
Oh, yeah. Now we're back to where we started again. Oh, there's Matt Saunders.
Yeah. He still owes you 20.
He owes me 40 now.
Oh, 40. Yeah, that's right. Interest.
Yes, no, being on TV is $20.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You got to pay for the time.
3rd and 20. Carthage is back. Look, he's going to run for it. And he will run out across the 50-yard line.
48.
It'll bring up a 4th down and a long 6-7 yards to
Jack
go.
Carey on the stop, number 11.
Part of the crowd. People are still coming in.
4th and 4, so about 16 for Carthage.
Hey, dude, Carthage got a big hunk of change there.
Absolutely. You know, it's just like both teams have a little bit of rush to what they're doing. You know, self-destructing. Oh, I thought they're going to block that
Bouncing ball. Bounces.
That's a heck of a kick.
And Westwood will down it inside the 15-yard line, where Riverdale will take over. 1st and 10. So Riverdale will come back now. They'll be on. The ball is sitting on the 14-yard line.
Yeah.
I'm making a note. Bring
That's
binoculars next week. Gonza's looking over the defense. And they got a penalty on Westwood. Boy, Westwood's been off today, John. A lot of penalties, mistakes, fumbles.
He went on a kid.
Penalties.
You got to put all that stuff away and play football.
Had a long touchdown brought back on a legit call. It was a legit
Beautiful
call.
play.
Yeah, it was a nice play, but it was there was a hit in the back. There's the bird.
That's the bird. The Cardinal. He's a military Cardinal.
Wait a minute here now. What are we doing?
I have no idea.
That'll bring the Hawks back to the 8-yard line.
They're calling it on Riverdale.
All right. Penalty on illegal procedure.
Okay. Nice close-up shot there. Hand off to Spano. He's in the clear. He's got one man. Oh, he's tackled from behind.
Great
I was
job.
just ready to say he got one man to beat. He picked up 11 yards on that. Maybe a little more than 11. Spano could run, John. He's an outstanding running back. Andrew Spano.
I was trying to pick up the Cardinal.
And, John, he's a sophomore. Here comes Gonza around the left side. And he gets nice chunky yards. He gets across the 30-yard line.
Stopped by number 3.
Lawton.
Gonza down the left side.
Oh, I'm sorry, Klein.
Yeah.
Tackled by Klein.
That's Klein.
Klein's a sophomore?
Absolutely.
Oh, he's a freshman.
He's a freshman.
Wow.
Is he part of the Klein family?
Oh,
in
yeah.
town?
I'll tell you who they are.
All right.
After this play.
We can.
Handoff. Inside Spano.
Close to a first down.
That would be in relation to Eddie Rydell.
All right.
Who played quarterback here in the late 90s. Outstanding left-handed quarterback. He's a police officer.
We call him
now.
the Snake, right?
The Snake.
The Snake.
The snake's a police officer.
First down. Looks like first down by
About a yard. So Sconza picks up the first down.
Fox with the sneak. Picks up a first down. The first and 10. From their
2
own
minutes,
36.
45 seconds to go. No score.
It's been back and forth.
Oh, Riverdale Westwood. They've played some wild games.
And this may be another one. We've seen some of those wild games for both sides.
Here comes Spano around the end. And he is hit as he crosses the 40-yard line.
Stopped by number 3 for Westwood.
That Lawton's all over the place. And that looked like nothing. It picked up a good solid 5 yards.
That was Klein.
Klein again?
Klein, yep. The freshman.
Into the middle and nothing. Going to bring up a third down. The interior of the defensive line for Westwood.
They're big inside. Unser on a stop.
So now it's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Hawks. They're playing the Cardinals. They're the reason for the bowl game, the Bird Bowl.
These are always close games. Always a fantastic finish at the end of the game. One team wins, one team loses.
And a timeout called by J.D. Nymphius of Riverdale, who's the head coach. We don't know if we mentioned it. DJ Nymphius is the coach for Riverdale, and Dennis Hard is the coach for Westwood. When we come back, it'll be a 3rd and 4 with 1 minute and 31 seconds to go in the first quarter. There is no score. You are watching WCTV, the All Volunteer Community Television Network. In motion. Looks like he wants to
Look
throw.
at the time.
Throws downfield, has a man open. And
fumble!
Fluky and fumble the ball, and Westwood gets it.
Let me pick him up. Number 3.
Fumble recovered by Joe
Klein.
Klein again, number 9.
Westwood will take over.
He's the junior.
First down, their own 47.
So now Riverdale fumbles the ball. So both teams have made mistakes here in the first quarter.
And this is their
Riverdale
third game
looked
of
like
the year.
they had something going there, a little momentum here and there.
Just like Westwood before.
Yep.
And then they self-destruct, both teams.
And
To number 2.
Lawton gets nothing. Be a 2nd and 10.
Stopped by number 34.
Swings for Lawton on first down. No game.
That's Mason Nagel.
For the Cardinals.
Made the stop.
Here's Dennis Hard.
You know, as a head coach, you got to get the kids to just be momentum. Yep. Stay with the plan. Execute.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Lawton now to the right in front of me. We have splits to the left. Dugan hits the line and powers his way for 6 yards. That was all power up front.
This young man is some player. And he can kick. He's had five in the end zone.
All right, 3rd down and 5 now.
4 for the Cardinals.
I like 5, like you said. Oh, that was a bounce.
Yeah, you can't get the bounce.
That was a short hop.
You don't count the bounce. That's what happens when you don't have the quarterback throwing the ball. Dugan threw it, and he wanted to be perfect. So 3 and out for Westwood after a fumble.
I think they're going to punt.
They will punt with 15 seconds to go. Philip Dornham is dropping back for Riverdale. And we have a timeout. Westwood's going to talk it over. Okay, 15 seconds to go. No score in the first quarter here at Westwood High School in Washington Township. You are watching WCTV, the All Volunteer Community Access Group from the Township of Washington. Oh, look who's there.
Look who's here.
Hey, how we doing? Good game. So far, really good game. Two tough teams. Westwood had that turnover before, so it was a little challenging. They had the ball in their end of the field. So a couple turnovers of Herb and penalties. I thought maybe there was a penalty down here before on a pass by Westwood, but it wasn't called. That would have gained them. They would have been down about the 15-yard line. Going to quarter now. I'm got to look here what's going on. So Westwood just punted to Riverdale. So we're going to go to the quarter. But tough game. Both teams are playing well.
So Fujin, I'm sorry, that was Adornum. And now it'll be, I guess, one play now for Riverdale with 4 seconds to go in the quarter, 4.2. That was an update from the great Brian Carr from the field. Thanks to Ida getting the shots.
We'll have to send them a check in the mail.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope he's not standing by his mailbox tomorrow waiting for it.
Tell him about 4 or 5 days. But who's counting?
Spano in motion.
How about we get
Span's,
we can't give
look,
a
stops, goes the other way, stays on his feet, and after all that running,
knock down
no
the flag.
game. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. So we played one quarter here on the campus of Westwood High School, and there is no score between Westwood and Riverdale. Here's all your Westwood cheerleaders. Look. Hey, John, with Ida getting the shots from the field, they look like they're higher than we realize.
It's unbelievable.
Sconza wants to throw, and he's tackled from behind.
And Sconza with a 6-yard loss. He's sacked by R.J. Usher.
72.
Usher. Sorry,
Usher.
couldn't read it.
I got it.
R.J. Usher.
He was jumping up and down, and the 7 and the 2 was moving.
And that side seems to be a little darker than it is on the right side.
It is.
Just a little bit. You never realize it. So third down now. Hand off to Spano. He breaks one, and he gets to the 30-yard line. He's going to be shy. Just
Let's
a little bit, though.
Underneath.
Let's see. Are they,
Oh, no,
they're going to give him a first down. All right.
First.
Spano runs for first down.
John, I would, if I was Riverdale, I'd be feeding that kid the ball quite a bit now.
First and 10 Hawks.
He can run, and you got to. He's breaking tackles. And all these people waiting for Westwood to score. The fans, all dressed in black.
Yeah, last week Spano and Clem ran for 102 yards, so they could run the ball. So first down.
You got trips to the left.
Here's Spano again. He's on his feet. He's still on his feet. Like I said, he get still on his feet. Still on his feet. And he gets still on his feet, and he's down to the 35-yard line. He picked up 20 more yards after he was in.
Unbelievable run. There was at least
35-yard rumble.
35
John,
yards.
he is a sophomore. 5'9", 175-pound sophomore.
Unbelievable. Number 8. He's a little tired. I would be. Broke about 4 tackles.
I'm tired of saying breaking tackles. Clem on the other side. And he picks up about 8 yards. And Clem is a sophomore. So you got Spano and Clem, who are playing very well and have played very well. And they are only sophomores, so they'll be here. They're going to be playing 3 years, this year and 2 more. Wow.
They're running strong, breaking tackles.
Oh, they run. Yeah, you can see, even though they get hit, they're
going north and south.
And Spano's got tremendous balance.
Well, you know, when something works, you just keep doing it.
Westwood called timeout. So we have 9:41 to go, no score. It'll be a 2nd and 5 when we come back. 2nd and 4 now.
On the 29-yard line.
Sconza calling. Hit. No, fakes.
Fake.
Looks. Wants to throw for a touchdown. He has his. He had his man and dropped.
Dropped by number 3.
Ooh.
Maxwell Fromjan.
And
That
Fuji
was a
caught
nice
3
throw.
touchdown passes last week, John.
That was a beautiful
That
throw.
was a good throw. He's not going to drop many of them.
No, he's got nice size, number 3.
Yeah.
5'9", 165. Looks taller than that.
Yeah. Big receiver for Riverdale.
Yep.
There goes Spano into the line, and he's going to be stopped short. Would bring up a 4th down and 2, maybe 3. And Riverdale will probably go for it.
They're coming right away. Look at this.
Oh, quickly.
The referee had to get out of the way.
Trying to draw Westwood off sides.
Yeah, now they're slowing it down. And that was a nice move. You get an offside penalty, get a 1st down.
Oh, yeah, you go fast, get on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Now he's
Long
taking-
count. Spano. No. And it's stopped. Sconza is stopped. What a hit.
50. 56.
55. Morrow.
Morrow.
Joe Morrow, who leads the team in tackle coming into this game. So Westwood holds. Again, a 4th down held.
First down Cardinals on their own 28.
And now they do have to have a little bit of a couple of 1st downs here and sort of get a little deep breath.
Yeah,
here.
they've been put
Playing
out
on D.
a couple of times. 3 and out. Carthage not going too far. Somehow
He's doing the dance in there.
Somehow he picked up 2 yards.
He made a lot of moves for the 2 yards.
Hey, they were all over him.
To the 30. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
So 2nd down, 8 yards to go for Westwood.
You know, Larry, this is a typical Westwood Riverdale. That's a nice crowd right there.
Oh, the crowd, the place is filled up. It takes a little time for a 7 o'clock game. Carthage slips away from 1, slips away from 2. They can't slip away from 3. And with all that, he picked up a yard. 3rd down and 7.
Riverdale defense is playing extremely well.
Oh, that defensive backs did a good job.
And they're not big. You know, I'm looking at the size.
They're very quick and they are well coached. Defensively for Riverdale, Dornham, Armin, Carey, and Dornham. 2 brothers. A lot of brothers here. Seidel, Norman, Dorhans. And a nice tackle there on Dugan.
Number 11 on his tackle.
And that
That's
was a nice
carry.
And that was so Westwood has a 4th down. They're going to have to punt now. Again, Westwood is out, 3 and out.
4th and 2 Cardinals. Dugan back to punt. Frugen.
Clock is running with 7 minutes and 8 seconds to go.
Waiting at the 30.
A lot of defense today.
Oh yeah, we're seeing a lot of it.
Number 3, who made the tackle the last play. Oh, that's
Nice
a punt.
kick, but line drive. Fujian will have it. He bubbles the ball. They're going after him. And he's dropped on the 20-yard line. I don't know what it is. It's twice now. Both teams have fumbled the kick.
Either they're not seeing the ball properly. The lights are good here. And the ball will be on the 21-yard line. High punt. He's punting great, number 44 for the Dugan.
You know what, John? People around the Bergen area looking at scores. They come Westwood, Riverdale, no score.
Is
What's
that
going on?
unbelievable?
Is it raining in Washington Township?
No.
Is it windy in Washington Township? No. Just good defense. Sconza has ball, gets away. Westwood picks it up and runs it in for a touchdown.
That's number 6.
Yeah, that's Dario Matherin. He played it like a shortstop. He picked it up and ran it in.
He get what, a 15-yard fumble return?
Yes. So the ball came back. It dribbled back to Skanza. Matherin picked the ball up like a shortstop and just scooted into the end zone.
So you had all that defense and then a broken play scores a touchdown. That's typical for us, Larry.
That's what happens, in sports. You never know.
And there's the
Dugan
kicker.
puts it up and in. So on a fumble recovery, running for a touchdown by Matherin, Westwood leads Riverdale 7-0 here in Washington Township on the campus of Westwood High School. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer community access group from the Township of Washington, Bergen County, and let me say it for the first time in 2022 for John's family in Italy, the United States of America.
Viva Italia!
Well, on the internet, everybody can watch around the world. John's got his family locked up somewhere on Friday nights to watch this game.
I got to send them some liras. They don't.
Hey, when you send
They're still on lira.
When you send them lira, send Brian Carr some lira too.
1,000 liras is a penny.
You're overpaying, Brian. You may want to think that 1,000 lira.
Oh my, mamma mia!
Good. Good.
All right.
We got to leave Brian alone. He's a good guy.
7-0.
He makes us fool.
Look at the kick.
What a kick. Into the end zone. Nope, yes, into the end zone.
Yes, it. He had 7, now makes it 8. How about that?
Not bad.
He's got a nickname, the Toe. Doing in the Toe. Oh, I think some of the Italians are getting my mic right now. It took a little while for us to go crazy. All right, back to normal. Nice crowd. Look at that, well behaved. Everybody got their hair done. Some shaved.
Oh, I didn't shave.
No, shaved their heads.
Skanza looks, fires, and taken down nicely. What a play.
Number 2 on the stop.
Who's that kid? Who's that?
I'm sorry.
I don't know who made that play.
I thought it was 2, but...
we'll give it to Lawton. Whatever it was perfectly timed.
If it was 12, it's Morrison. Yeah. You want to give it to Morrison?
Yeah, give it to Morrison.
All right,
Why
Morrison.
Not? He won't mind. Handoff, Spano. He hits that hole.
That's
and he picks up about 5 yards. 3rd down and 5. Wait for the spot.
That's the guy who made that. That's 51 on the stop.
Biello.
That was Biello, right?
Another Westwood player who started as a
Luke
as a
Biello, right?
So that was a 6-yard pickup. 3rd and 4 for Riverdale.
I think it got lighter.
Skanza looking. Now he's going to run. Looking, still fires downfield. Incomplete.
Almost picked off.
Yeah.
4th down.
That was Klein. Boy, he plays very well, Klein.
Nice size for Klein.
The junior plays very, very well.
He's 6 foot, 165.
So
part of the Klein family.
I think Bucinich is going to drop back. Comes.
Oh, I thought
kick is
that's
up in
a
the
great
air.
punt.
Handled. He's on his feet, and he gets across the 50 to the 45-yard line. Wait for the spot.
Joe Klein.
They're going to call it Klein.
Yeah.
That's Joe Klein with the return.
You know, he needed one more step on the inside, and that could have got another 10, 15 yards.
His grandfather is Joe Klein.
I know.
Eddie Rydell's grandfather.
I was trying to tell my wife that, and she said, "You don't know the people in town." I said, "All right."
I'm like, no.
Ask Larry.
Joe Klein. And Joe Klein went to school here.
I know.
And I think he even played football.
And I said Klein.
And I can't tell you what year he played because he killed me, but it's a long time ago.
Hey.
1st and 10 for Westwood.
Oh, this could go. No.
Whoops. Whoop. And this is Lawton, who just fights his way for 3 yards.
Stopped by number 5.
Second down, Cardinals.
That's Nick Seibel.
Hey, he picked up 4 yards.
For Riverdale.
Those Seidel brothers are okay. Nick and Scott,
Absolutely.
good ball players.
You know, they're doing a nice job on the Westwood quarterback right now so far.
I tell you, defensively, Riverdale has done what they had to do.
They're playing well.
They come with this 3-man front or 2-man front or no-man front. Carthage, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Somehow he got away and
picked
falls
up
across the 40.
3 yards.
3 yards.
You know, these yards for both teams are coming grudgingly. You pick up 3 yards, you really have to work at it. Only a couple of runs by Spano and a couple of runs by Westwood Dugan. Other than that, they fight for every inch here, up and down.
Both teams highly scouted by the coaches.
And both teams are taking the deep pass away. We haven't seen any deep passes. I don't think Westwood's thrown a deep pass at all.
That's true.
Riverdale has made 2 attempts that I can remember off the top of my head.
So there's a lot of trench
There goes
workers.
Carthage. And Carthage staying
look
on
at
his
that,
feet.
he's gone.
He breaks away.
He's gone.
He's on the side. He's down to the 5. He's in for a touchdown.
36. 39 yards. 39-yard run.
Robbie
Carthage.
And he took it as a running back, not as the quarterback.
And you notice with the speed, he just went nice and slow and then did a quick maneuver right up and a touchdown. What a ball player.
Dugan will kick it. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 4 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the half, Westwood leads 14-0 over Riverdale.
Over the Hawks of Riverdale.
This is the Westwood's helmet this year.
Oh, look at that. A lot of black on that Cardinal.
Mean-looking Cardinals.
Mean. They are
Mean.
mean. Woo! I get scared.
All right, Dugan will kick.
Let's see if he puts it in the end zone.
Well,
He's
he
got
hits it.
6
He's
kicks.
got to catch it right.
He gave 6 already in
Whoops.
the end zone.
That's
Will
going to
not
be a little short.
About the
Spano.
4-yard line.
There goes Spano.
4-yard
And
line.
Spano is hit as he crosses the 30-yard line, where Riverdale will take over. 1st and 10 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half.
27-yard on the return of the kick.
Bob Visage,
31.
former president of WCTV until he was impeached. Hand off to Spano.
Uh-oh. How
And
much?
Stuffed. For a host of Cardinals.
now, Bob, great
that
guy,
came
Bob.
That came out of left field. In the middle of a beautiful touchdown. My God.
No one defended
We
Bob.
don't have any president anymore, right?
Bob's a good guy. Bob was great. He went as Bob Kent. He was impeached.
Bob Kent.
He was impeached as Bob Kent. Bob Visage. Brother Bob.
And Bachicaloop. Anything with a laugh. All right.
2nd down and 11. Scones is back. Looks, has his man open. And he runs out of bounds. That's Kelm.
First down.
Hawks.
Nice play. That was a nice,
Nice.
pass pattern.
Chris Kelm, a sophomore. What a game. My granddaughter's down there.
Oh, very nice.
She's got the Ryan shirt on. That's Bella.
Hawks first
She's
down.
she's 9 years old.
All right.
She's with her dad, Ron.
All right.
Where's
Where's Mom?
He has
Where's
4
Mom?
tickets.
Where's
He has-
Mom?
Probably with my mom or my wife.
Your mom.
My mom. I feel like she's my
Spano
mom.
breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles, and somehow instead of being a 3-yard loss, he picked up 4 yards.
I'll be going to the Giant game on Sunday. He's got 4 tickets. Great barbecue he has, Larry. That's Ron.
So he picked up 3, 2nd and 7 as we inside the 3-minute mark of the half. Weiss comes out to the right. Sconza calling signals. Hands off to Spano. Spano, they can't tackle him. And he's across the 40-yard line. First down. I want to say, John, every time this kid has carried the ball, he was hit, was never stopped. He always picked up something.
He's got the legs moving, the upper body.
Yeah, a couple of times he picked up maybe 20, 25 yards. This is the Riverdale cheerleaders and their crowd right behind them.
What a beautiful crowd.
Oh, boy.
Friday night in Washington Township.
You know, we're locked up here. We can't see it.
A big penalty against the Cardinals.
Westwood picked up a personal foul. So whatever Spano picked up, give him 15 more.
This one, let me see. Well,
At the 26-yard line of the Cardinals.
Definitely a bad thing to do, to add 15 yards.
Weiss comes out to the right. We have trips to the right. Fujian.
They decided to switch.
They're going to go the opposite side, and before they do that, they switch with 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the half. Westwood leads Riverdale 14-0. Riverdale is driving. They'll have a 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line of Westwood. 1st and 10 now for Riverdale with 2:17 to go. Sconza's calling signals. Has a snap. Comes back. He has time. looks. Pocket breaks down. Sconza's off. Sconza throws. He looks. Has his man. He catches it.
On the 5-yard line. 6-yard line. Good catch. That's number 7.
Rosick. So first down now. 1st and goal. Clock is running.
Ryan Rosick. They call him Double R. That was a heck of a catch.
There goes Spano. And Spano hits the line and is dropped.
It's a perfect time. You fake the ball inside. You let somebody sneak
2nd and goal from the 5. Clock is inside 2 minutes now. And remember, Riverdale gets the ball back at the beginning of the second half. Riverdale's got a lot of time. Minute and 34 to go. Sconza, balls, poor snap. Again a poor snap. And dropped again by Westwood.
51 for Westwood. Biello.
Biello dropped him. And now we have a 3rd down with a minute and 18 seconds to go. That's it. You might have heard the announcer say that's their final timeout. Riverdale is a half. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
And that mojo went right from Riverdale to Westwood on that play.
That was a bad snap. That's why the play broke down. The timing broke down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 10 for Riverdale.
And you got 1 minute and 18 seconds.
And there's the Riverdale DJ Nymphius, long time. I think he said he was here. We spoke to him on the field. 17 years at Riverdale. Outstanding coach.
You know what he loves? He loves history. He loves history. He says, I've been doing history for 17 years.
Yeah, he told me he taught AP history.
He loves it. He says few words, right to the point.
Yeah.
I hope
he had his game face on this prior to the game, about 6 o'clock. So now we have 3rd down. Nymphius gives him the play.
He's still in the field. He's taking it easy. You know,
Here we go now. 3rd down. Sconza's calling signals. Spano's in motion. He goes to the right, goes to the left, and he's dropped on the 15.
34.
Well, Riverdale's going to bring out their kicking team.
Dave Gabardi on the stop.
So this will be, the ball will be spotted on the 17-yard line. give or take.
27 yards.
Wait.
27, 33 yards.
They're putting the ball on the 25. This is almost a 35-yard field goal.
Let's see if he's got a leg here.
We'll see. Snap, down, kick, up. It might have been blocked, and it rolls out of bounds with 35 seconds to go. It was blocked in the inside. I thought I heard a dunk.
It wasn't.
So Westwood takes over on downs.
Block field goal.
I tell you what, John, one play, and they could run it out, and they'll get off the field with a 14-0 halftime lead.
You're right.
Because Riverdale cannot stop the clock.
Been a defensive game, and a couple of breaks helped.
35 seconds to go. No timeout.
That's what Westwood's going to do. They're going to snap the ball. Cartridge puts his knee down, hands the ball to the referee, and that will do it for the first half. Westwood leads 14-0. They scored twice, once on a bad snap, picked up a Mathurin and ran it in, and second was a handoff for Robbie Cartridge, who went
39 yards.
There you go. John has everything for you.
39. Not our age. Yardage.
We're waiting for the clock just to run out. And the clock strikes 0. And we have played. The first half is now completed. We have the Westwood band and cheerleaders coming up for halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Westwood Regional High School Marching Band and Color Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, your Westwood Cardinals.
Well, we're back. We hope you enjoyed the band, the Westwood band, and the cheerleaders. We hope you enjoyed the Riverdale band prior to the game. They played before the game. They played very well. And we congratulate those young people in the band. They do an outstanding job. We remember them. So now we have the beginning. We're going to get ready for the second half. Westwood leads 14-0. Two scores, John.
Yeah,
one was a muff, and the second one was a nice run.
Yeah, it was a 15-yard run by Maturin, and then 39 yards by Carthage. Extra points were good both times, so it's 14-0. But this game could have been 14-0 for the opponent. You know, the game of inches, and Westwood played the last 6 or 7 minutes, really took over the game.
Here we are.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Look at this.
Yeah, there was 2 touchdowns within about 3 minutes span. and Westwood scored. It was a 0-0 game after one quarter. Both teams fumbled the ball. They had penalties. They looked like they were both not out of sync. Look at the defense, which is playing so much better than the offense.
And you had a lot of mojo, a lot of the momentum was on the opponent. And then all of a sudden, Westwood woke up and 2 quick scores. So 14-0, but hey, second half,
here we go.
These are 2 very good teams.
So Westwood will kick off. Spano is deep. Got to keep an eye on him. And the ball is going to be short. It's going to bounce. Bouncing around. Picked up. And dropped on the 20-yard line is Spano. So we have 1st and 10. The first play of the second half. We're at Westwood High School in Washington Township. That's Bergen County. They brought those guys back again.
Look at that. I think he's cuter than you.
That guy on the right does look like me.
Look at the sweater. Can you believe that sweater? Look at these two. I think I love him.
I think Ida did plastic surgery on those two characters.
Yep. Look at these 2 guys. They're still laughing at him.
Skanja hands off to Spano. Spano hits the line, picks up about 5. John, I'm going to say this again, and I won't say it again. If I was Riverdale, I'd give him the ball. Some way, somehow, get him the ball.
He is unbelievable. That one period of time, they went about 50, 60 yards. Just give him the ball.
Oh,
he runs, and he knocks down his people trying to knock him down.
Tremendous balance.
Well, let's see if they're listening to us.
And there he is again. And this time Westwood gets him before he gets across the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, if you're on the defense, you got a key on him at this point. But he runs hard.
I think we should mention, John, this is now 2 1/2 games Westwood has held the opponent scoreless.
That is correct. Matter of fact, they had the 34-0 against Shore Regional, and then they came back with a 49-0 against Dumont.
Sconza's back, looks, slips away from one, slips away from another, throws downfield, has a man, and completed and knocked out of bounds.
Legal tackle.
Weiss, that was Weiss with the catch. Boy, that was all Sconza. He was running for his life and was able to get the ball to the outside to Weiss, who picked up a nice hunk of change, about 20 yards. 18 they're calling it. Fujian goes over to the left. He's in the slot. Spano hits the line, nothing.
And the corridor stops Spano off the left side.
He lost the yard. That's the only way you're going to stop him. If you get him to the line of scrimmage,
you're right.
He's going to elude a would-be tackler, and it's off to the races.
He needs a block. One block he needs. But you got a key. You got a key on him.
2nd and 12 Hawks.
Second and 12 now for Riverdale. Sconza's back. He's really dropping. Now he's running for us. Looking, has a man, and that man is complete right there. That's
Number
Fujian. As Fujian tiptoed down the near sideline and caught the pass from Sconza. They've been doing that for quite a bit. As Sconza's a senior, and Fujian's a senior. So for 4 years, they've been playing pitch and catch. 1st and 10 now for Riverdale as they move the ball across the 45-yard line of Westwood. Just the beginning of things here in the 3rd quarter.
They had 12 in the field, just got off.
Pitch out there again, complete. To Weiss. Pickup of 7 yards. Looks like Riverdale has found something. There looks a little momentum here.
Little quick passes down and
That's it.
He's animated right now. There's the head coach.
37.
He wants them to
Sconza
execute.
hands off. No, he keeps it. Gets around 1. Eludes 2, and dropped for a loss. Maybe
Lost
a yard
only
loss.
by a yard.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and
So that was number 4. Sconza.
3rd and 4.
After being chased from the pocket. Luciello. Third down and 3 to go.
Everybody's quiet right now.
What a nice crowd, I tell you.
Oh, I love it.
The Riverdale and Westwood bring the people. They bring crowd. Sconza calling signals. Fakes.
Fake.
Looks. Gets around. And run out of bounds. Shy of first down. So it's going to bring up a fourth down. I got to go for it. They're not going to punt here on the 38-yard line.
38,
so
no.
fourth down and 4 yards to go. They back him up. He lost the yard. Long 4. 4th and 4. Clock is stopped with 8:29 to go.
Feel that breeze, Larry. Oh, beautiful.
What a nice day today was.
That's why
4th and 4. Empty backfield. Sconza calling signals. Westwood looks like they want to blitz from the outside. There is a blitz. Sconza's running for it. Throws downfield. And he's got his man. Fujian again.
Excellent catch and throw.
Max Fujian. It's amazing, 2 seniors that have been around for a while, John,
yeah,
that have played together. They may have played together in rec ball. You know,
absolutely.
I don't go any further than that. But they seem to know where each other is and how to get the ball.
He's an excellent quarterback, great receiver for Riverdale.
Sconza hands off to Spano around the left side, and he's dropped.
Spano around the left side.
He's the senior. A lot of seniors on this Riverdale team, with the exception Westwood have a lot of underclassmen.
11.
Second down, 7 yards to go.
A lot of mojo right now in Riverdale.
They took the opening kickoff on the 20, and they're moving. Sconza rolls to his right, looking, throws, has a man, and he's going to go in for a touchdown.
Number 6 is Scott Seibel, or Seibel.
So Seibel catches the touchdown pass, and Riverdale marches 80 yards in less than 5 minutes and cut the score 14-7. 6, I beg your pardon, pending the PAT. That was all Sconza, the quarterback. He kept the play alive with his legs. A number of plays alive with his legs. Kick is up, and it is good.
So just like that, 14-7.
So with 7 minutes, 42 seconds to go, it's now a 14-7 lead. Westwood over Rivendell. There's our bird. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer community access television from the Township of Washington.
Please stay tuned at the end of the 3rd quarter. We will be calling the 50-50.
So Riverdale will kick off. The Riverdale fans came alive with that touchdown.
Will kick off for the Hawks. Martin and Morrison back to field again.
Here comes your kick. End over end. Going to the far side. Taken.
On the 8.
And see, who was that?
I'm trying to pick up myself.
We lost him.
He got hit by 3 people.
So Westwood will take over, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
It could have been Lawton.
Ball's on the 18-yard line now.
So now if you're rooting for Riverdale, you want 3 and out.
3 and out. Keep the momentum going. For Westwood, you want a couple of first downs and try to get some momentum. First play is always important in situations like this. Here comes Carthage. Round the left side, right side. Eludes 1, eludes 2. Down the sideline. Still down the sidelines. And knocked out of bounds around the 45-yard line. Seibel with the tackle. Or knock out of bounds.
So he 44.
They're going to press the ball on the 40. So Carthage picked up.
25-yard run by Carthage. And if you're rooting for Westwood, you know you needed that.
Wow, Ridgewood is leading Northern Highlands 7-6 with 2:30 to go in the game.
Ooh. That's a barn burner.
Lawton around the right side, cuts inside, stays on his feet, and falls to
11 yards.
About a yard short, 9 yards there.
Let's see what the spot, yeah. Looks like, yeah, those eyes, those Larry eye,
Yeah.
exactly 9 yards.
2nd and 1.
And now Westwood has to take it all away and score. Bring that mojo back.
2nd and 1 now for the Cardinals. Motion. Well, that's a first down, and that's Dugan. Across the 45-yard line to at the 43.
And this is what you need to do. Get the first down, get the clock off the board, and score. Because Riverdale is ready to come back. Oh, that's a nice shot. And there we see the numbers really good.
Oh, that's nice. You can see them.
Oh, my God. This is the first time we got that. You know, they were testing our eyesight, Larry. I had to go to my glasses.
And we failed.
We failed.
Carthage wants to run. Gets around 1, slips 2, stays on his feet, gets away. He's at the 25 and runs out of bounds. At the 35, I'm sorry. Let's see where they spot that ball. Looks like they're going to spot it inside the 30.
Did you like the way he was going inside, outside, just not speeding, getting a block, and
around the left side for 15 yards.
15?
16-yard run.
First down, Cardinals.
He's their leading rusher.
Yep. Well, on two current run, I got a 16 and 25 yard for Carthage.
Carthage calling signals. Wants to throw, and he's going to get sacked at the 35-yard line. Mason Nagel with the sack. Big sack.
Absolutely. He's hurting a little bit.
Has a loss of about 10 yards. They got to get to the 18-yard line. The ball is on about the 36-yard line.
Larry, if that was wrestling, that would 3 points for almost a pin.
Oh, listen, before you know it.
That may come on board.
2nd down. Carthage calling signals. Tight formation. Throws out here.
Oh, look at that block.
Lawton still on his feet. Still on his feet. And gets knocked out of bounds. And picked up a first down. What a play.
There were 2 outstanding blocks out there.
Great blocking on the outside by the Cardinals.
Oh, my goodness.
That's enough for a first down.
So, 2nd and 18, they picked it up with
Larry, pancake blocking out there. Leading the way.
I tell you, Westwood's offensive line is big and mean.
Oh, they are.
Picnic, Usher, Simonides, Billio, and Roberts, and they're big. So 1st and 10 now. The ball's on the 15. Carthage calling signals. Hands off inside.
About 5, 6.
I think that could have been Dugan. Looked like him running.
It is Dugan. There he is,
There he
number
is.
44. He says, yes, the referee, give me a hand. Let me pick me up, please.
So the ball's at the 10-yard line.
What happened to the numbers? They must have changed numbers so we could see now.
Second down, 5 yards to go. We have 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Carthage calling signals. Carthage wants to run. He's running around the left side. He has some room. He's at the 10. He's at the 5 and runs out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Maybe just inside the 5. They're spotting it on the 4-yard line. 1st and goal from the 4 for Westwood.
You notice how he runs, Larry? He doesn't go full speed. He goes slowly and he's waiting for blocking. He's poetry in motion.
So
what
now
a runner.
we're 1st and goal. The ball is at the 4-yard line for Westwood. Dugan. Dugan's going to run. Dugan is chipped up, stays on his feet, gets inside the 3.
And Dugan hit behind the line.
He got hit behind the line, but was able to stay on his feet. Let's see where they spot it. Back on the 4-yard. He got no gain.
Slows him down.
Well, they picked up. The defense did a beautiful job that time against Dugan. It's right on the 5-yard line.
Man, he lost the yard then.
Yeah, right on it. Look, a little bit like 5 and 2 inches for the eagle eye Francola. And I don't have my glasses on.
Carthage calling signal. Dugan is to his right. Lawton is in motion. Lawton going around the left side, right side. Logan's going to the goal line. Tries to go forward.
Dove and a flag. Touchdown.
And a flag. There's a flag down there.
That was a forward pitch.
Now, is that after the play or before the play?
Well, let's see.
I think they're saying he threw the ball up in the air.
After the touchdown.
Let's see what the play is going to be. Where's the referee? Yeah, let's watch him on the monitor. It's a little easier.
So after the touchdown, we have
Let's
a
see.
game.
We're going to have a
delay a game.
Yeah, he threw the ball up in the air.
So we had a 5-yard TD.
Let's see. Personal foul. Delay a game. Oh, against Riverdale.
Oh, Riverdale.
Wow, I thought it was against Westwood.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe the Riverdale kid threw the ball up in the air.
And the 5-yard TD was.
That's a penalty on Riverdale.
So let's see. Westwood will go for 1.
Well, we got to get a replay of that touchdown.
So the delay game was against Riverdale as Dugan
kicks it
bangs
through.
it through. So with 3 minutes and 47 seconds, Westwood matches Riverdale's touchdown and goes up 21-7 here on the campus of Westwood High School in Washington Township, New Jersey. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington. So Lawton carried the ball in so we can explain. Wait. A ball was thrown up in the air, probably because the penalty was on Riverdale, against the Riverdale, and that was the delay of game.
Yeah.
So a scribbler. The ball is live. Spano looking, and he is bombed inside the 10-yard line.
Picks up the squib kick. He's tackled inside the 10.
So the ball's going to be put down at the 9-yard line. 1st and 10 for Riverdale. So Riverdale got the ball. They went 80 yards for a touchdown to cut the score 14-7. Westwood got the ball at the 18-yard line, then went 82 yards to bring the score back to 14-point difference. They now lead 21-7 with 3 minutes and 39 seconds to go. Explained everything.
That was very well put.
What did I say?
80 yards for one team, 82 for the other team.
21-7.
And Dugan kicked it, and he kicked the ball extremely well on the kickoff.
1st and 10.
82 and 80. We can sing, Larry.
Sconza hands off to Spano.
Oh, what a hit.
Somebody got into the line.
I'll tell you what, they was hitting.
They are hitting now.
Look.
Both teams.
It was like you know what, it's a cramp. Oh, wait.
Timeout.
Definitely a cramp.
Somebody down.
Yeah. So that was 6. So that would be Maturin.
Yeah.
Maturin. It looks like he's standing up. Look, he's in good shape. Thank goodness.
Sconza gets away from 1, throws downfield, and it's knocked out of bounds.
I think he was trying to hit the coach with a pass, Larry.
So it's going to be 3rd and long now for Riverdale with 3:13 to go. That was Dario Maturin who was injured. We think and hope it's cramps. It looks like it. He's stretching
it looks
out.
like it.
When you get that is painful.
Dario's a sophomore.
Yeah, he is good.
Nice player.
A good defensive lineman.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. So You know, sometimes in hot weather, though it's not hot today, but you could drink as much as you want. You're still going to cramp up.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get back. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Sconza calling signals. We have doubles to the right. Sconza got the call. Fakes, looks, gets away from 1. Slows down by 1, gets away from 2.
What a move.
Now he gets away from 3.
Interception.
And let's see if it's intercepted. No, it's incomplete. He got away from 3 would-be tacklers.
Made a beautiful move back there. I mean, and now it's 4th down.
Mathurin is back on the sideline with his helmet on. Thank you. I don't want to see anybody hurt now.
He's a heck of a player.
Klein is dropping back at about the 40-yard line. Westwood, goes well for them. They should have outstanding field position.
Dario Maturin, remember his name. He's a sophomore.
Yeah.
What a player. I like the name Dario.
Nice kick. Klein's calling for a fair catch at the 47-yard line where Westwood will take over. 1st and 10 with 2 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They lead 21-7. Next week we'll be back here. WCTV will cover the Mawa versus Westwood game here at 7 p.m.
I will be calling Mawa. If you listen to this game, I'll have to get the offense and defense. I'll make that call on Monday.
Nice block on the outside. And this is, looks like Lawton on the outside there. No, number 7.
Number 7.
Carazana. How you like that?
Oh, that's.
There was a nice block by the tackle, the left tackle by Westwood.
I like that last name, Carazana.
Picnic made a block, pushed the defender away out of the plate, and Carazana got inside that. That was a nice block. 1st and 10 for Westwood. Trips to the right. And they're going to run left. How you like that? And
pick up about 3.
Yeah. That was Kobe Lawton for 3, 4. Second and 6. You're in 4 down territory here, John. So.
And right now you just want to have a sustained drive to a score, obviously. If that's what you want. Or even score quickly. What a beautiful night to play.
2nd down and 7. Passage. Hands off. Hard running inside by Kobe Lawton down to about the 26-yard line. 3rd and very short. We're going to give it 1, but I think it's less than 1.
3rd and 1. Cardinals.
Passage. Throws out here to Klein. And Klein stays on his feet. Goes down inside the 5-yard line.
To the 2-3-yard line.
How do you like that? I thought he was an outstanding cornerback. Turned out to be a very good wide receiver.
Yeah.
1st down, Cardinals.
So the Cardinals have a 1st down with 1 minute and 35 seconds going. They lead 21-7, looking to pad the lead against Riverdale.
Larry, Steve Klein is a freshman.
I know. I tell you, these Kleins, I'm telling you. It's in their blood.
A freshman touchdown.
Dugan cannot tackle as he fights his way into the end zone. And Westwood now has a 27-7 lead over Riverdale.
4-yard run.
4-yard run. So Dugan banks one in.
And now for the kick. This is Toe Dugan. The toe.
And it's good. So with 1 minute, 21 seconds to go. Westwood leads 28-7 as the big 3 for Westwood. Parsage, Dugan, and Lawton have all scored touchdowns here at Westwood. And they lead 28-7. You are watching WCTV, the all-volunteer group from the Township of Washington.
Larry, we're back to full speed. Oh, God. We missed this. Welcome back, guys.
Here's your kick. End over end. Coming down.
From
Sprano will have it at the
Todugan.
goal line, just shy of the goal line. And he runs into a lot of people.
Sprano fields it at the edge of the end zone.
6
On the
Cardinals.
kick by Dugan and gets to about the 20.
I'm going to give it to
First
34.
down, Hawks.
Dave Gabriardi.
Yeah, go ahead. Why not?
He was 1 of 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the third quarter, we will be calling the 50-50 number. Please have your tickets ready.
Cossage looks up, wants to throw it, and has his man down about 5 yards.
That could have been picked off, by the way.
Yeah, that came close.
That was number 3 for Westwood.
Arizona right there to
He
tackle
hesitated,
immediately.
just short. Steve Klein. That's unbelievable. A freshman, Steve Klein again. He was 1 step from making an interception.
I'll tell you, Joe, when you talk about the Kleins in Westwood, go back a long time with the grandfather, Joe, who played here in the late 40s, early 50s, something like that.
He's great
and he
size.
was a football player. There goes Spano around the left side with a head of steam. And he's going to be still going and knocked out of bounds as he crosses the 40 to the 43-yard line.
Saved by number 12, a tackle by number 12. Sean Morrison. Sean Morrison on stopping for the touchdown.
Yeah. So Sean gets in there and knocks him down. Nice hit too, huh?
Nice hit.
All right. His grandmother's watching the game to our left. Mary.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Mary's on the left-hand side.
Was she the one that showed him how to run? Mary?
I bet you she could.
All right.
Time.
Sean, you better thank Mary or your grandmother. Like, shouldn't be so colloquial. You're running very well. But I can see the way she would run. Absolutely. She ran very well.
Throw out here to Spano. He's got a lane.
Oh.
And he is hit hard.
Spano with the swing pass.
Number 11?
Bucinich.
Bucinich.
Close to 8 yards.
A sophomore, right? Another sophomore.
Inside 10 seconds. They may let the quarter run out. And it looks like they're going to do. So the 3 quarters are in the book here in Westwood campus in Washington Township. Westwood has a 28-7 lead over Riverdale.
Your Cardinals.
Oh, there's Nick. That's one of our camera people. Nice job. There's Ida on the ground with our new camera. Oh, the animal rescue. The horse is up a Mawa. Spano is tackled. Lost.
Number 6.
That's Constantinides.
And
Yanni.
And Maturin. I think Maturin was in the area too. But I give it to Constantinides.
Hey.
Yanni.
There's Lou. There he is. Our boy, one of the better cameramen you'll ever find. You guys need a cameraman or anybody in the video business, you call us. We'll get you in touch with Lou.
Outstanding cameraman.
Oh, absolutely. And who's that?
Oh, this is
Sconza's back. Looks, throws, knocked away.
Sconza looks right.
What's that?
By who else?
That was Bucinich knocking away.
Knocks it away. That'll bring a 4th down for the Hawks.
Oh, that was Bob Steckel on camera. There he is. Looks a lot like his son.
Was that Carazana?
Yeah. No, I think it was Bucinich. He was so far away.
It could have been. You're right. Number
So
11.
now, John, 4th down and 5 yards to go. But Riverdale's got to go for it here. You're down 28-7. Look at the time, John. 1-1-1-1.
Unbelievable.
You don't see that many times,
No.
do you? And we have a timeout. by Riverdale. When we come back, there's 11 seconds left in the game. Westwood leads 28-7. Riverdale is facing a 4th and 5 from the 45-yard line of Riverdale.
And they got to go.
Hiding behind the camera. Look at him. He looks pretty good for a cameraman.
Good. Looks really good. He's very intense.
He's going to go home tonight and be exhausted. Say,
oh, he
why
will
I'm
be.
so
His
tired.
legs. Tomorrow at the coffee shop, he's going to be hurting.
He's going to have a lot of stories. Do you believe what these guys said?
4th and 5 for the Hawks. Inside their own 45.
All right, 4th down.
It had to be Ricky saying these things, Larry, not you and me.
No.
Not us.
Scott's is calling signals. Clement motion to the right. Scott's is back. Has time. Looks downfield. Surveys if he's got room on the right if he wants to run. Lobs it downfield. No good. Incomplete. And I thought he might have been able to run for a first down, John.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, he wanted to throw it.
Carazano was in the area. So Westwood will take over on the 45-yard line. There's Uncle Matt cheering the team on.
You $20. I think he left. He's good. He earned $20.
Final stay over.
That was Carazana. I like that name. That was Aiden Carazana. That's a nice. I love that one. Nice Italian name, right? Carazana.
You'd hope.
You hope. No, it could be anything.
Poch's got to run for his life.
He's got wheels, though.
And he runs out of bounds.
He just kept running.
And he picked up 5 yards. He must have ran 20 yards to get 5.
Yep.
2nd and 5 Cardinals.
That young man was really tense watching the game. Look at that. Oh, and he's yawning. And Dad has explained to him, oh, you have to run fast. That's what you're going to have to do
John,
someday.
if this was a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, I'd be sleeping. And this is Lawton. Gets down to
number 19.
It's going to be short.
That was
3rd and less than 1 for the
Doomheim. Philip Doomheim. Number 19. Philip, he's a...
That's Dornheim, right? Did I read that wrong?
You're right, I apologize. It's Dornheim. Put my glasses back on. Dornheim. Double RR with the stop. And we apologize.
Clock is ticking away at 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
Trip, look at
Third
this.
down.
Trips to the right.
Carthage steps inside and falls. If he falls to the 35-yard line, it's a first down.
No. And
he lost. He didn't make it for half a yard.
He lost his towel.
He didn't. He missed it for half a yard. I saw Pascack. I saw Paramus Catholic who's went 4th and 20 yards. They made 19 yards in 35 seconds.
Oh my God.
Inches. And a timeout on the field. Timeout by Riverdale. That's their second. John, the way you look at this now, if Westwood picks up this 4th and inches, they will have a new set of downs at 9:40. They run the ball 3 times and don't make anything. Riverdale will get the ball back with 7 minutes to go, give or take, maybe a little under 7. He just about drained his clock. Hey, there's Ida. There they are. Oh, there he is. How are you?
That's a nice couple there.
Yeah.
A threesome. They wave very well. Waving is excellent. The Italian judge gave him a 10.
10 out of what?
10 points.
Oh,
10 points. Not $10.
Could be 10 out of 100.
I couldn't give you $10. 10 points, almost a perfect score in my world.
That's a small world.
It is a small world. When 10 is a max.
That's it. You don't get more than 10. All right. 4th down. It's a big play. And Dugan gets it. That is just strength.
Number 5.
He was hit
by number 5.
But he was able to get in.
Heights forward.
So now the clock will
It's
run.
up for first down, Cardinals.
And Westwood could start draining as much of this clock as they want. The ball is, they have 4 downs here now.
From the Hawks,
Hey,
34.
there's Mr. Poggi.
Right in the middle.
Right.
The perfect. Everybody else is somber, and he's smiling. Look at it.
He's calm.
He's
Poggi's calm.
We had a lot of fun with Poggi.
Oh, God, yes.
He always just to comment on what we say.
Lawton steps inside and is pushed back, but he picked up about 7. You couldn't. Westwood can't ask for anything more for what they just do in the last couple of plays. They're beginning to really drain this
That
clock
was
as we get to.
Aiden Carazana with the run. It was nice.
So now you snap the ball as late as you can and try to get another first down.
Get a couple of first down.
Hey, Ida made what is this? Ida made the stands.
Popcorn.
Hey, where's the popcorn?
Oh, that's a group. Look at that. I thought she was going to hit that lady with the popcorn.
Second down. And Lawton is dropped for a loss for 2 yards.
By number 11, Jack Carey. Sounds like a senator. Jack Carey.
So now we're at the 8-minute mark.
36 at the 30.
You know, it's great being back, though, Larry. You feel good right now being back?
My back?
No, being back to this beautiful environment.
Oh, I love football. Football is great.
And, well, high school, and then we'll see college, and then we'll see the pros, the Giants Sunday at home opener.
Carthage throws, incomplete. So now it's 4th down. Hey, might as well, you got to go for it.
4th down and 6 to go for the Cardinals.
7:28 to go. Told you, John, when the ball, get the ball.
Oh, yeah. Did they go to the toe for a long field goal? No.
You need a howitzer from here in high school. These kids in college are making 50, 55-yard
It's
field goals.
unbelievable. The ability.
That's part of his fans watching the game.
They're very happy. They look very happy.
Oh, I think there was an offside. Which, you know, it's like Waldo. She's all over the place.
Very. Oh, there's Ida behind her calling timeout. Ida's calling timeout. They're all calling timeout.
While Waldo runs around the stands, there was an offside by Riverdale, so instead of 4th and 5, it's 4th and 1.
Uh-oh, so now the one,
yeah, that's
keep
big.
The ball.
That's big.
Ida's causing problems out there.
Yeah, we can't. That's like finding Waldo.
We can't meditate.
So now it's 4th down and 1 to go. And if Westwood picks this first down up, well, you fill in the blanks.
Yep.
Carthage. Well, he's got the first down.
About a 4-yard run.
So it's a first down now with 7:22 to go. Now, if I was Westwood, I'd run the ball as much as I can here. Riverdale only has 1 timeout.
Dorheim made the stop that time, number 19. Now that we know how to pronounce his name, he's got Dorheim. Look at this.
Oh, ice cream. Oh,
look what
she's got the.
Watch out, you're hurting him. You got to hurt the guy with the red shirt.
Hit him harder, hit him harder.
Oh, look at that.
Lawton gets to the 15-yard line, a pickup of 5.
Dugan with the carry, taking 3 Hawks with him for a gain of 5.
So it's 2nd down and 5 yards to go. 2nd and 5. Now Westwood's got to really drain this clock. Carthage calling signals. Carthage goes around the end. Misses, one guy misses. And he is brought down as he gets close to the 10-yard line.
And you know, he knows when to go down. Another fan. Look at this.
Third down. Third down.
Marching band. Westwood marching band. I wonder what instrument she plays.
For the Cardinals. At the Hawk 12.
Could be synchronized dancing. They look good though.
They look very nice.
Yeah, I love
enjoying the day, enjoying the game, enjoying their surroundings, and we're enjoying watching them.
Yes, I think I see Ida down there. Now. She's got another fan.
Carthage is dropped. So he's going to bring up a fourth down.
Look at the way she's dancing. They're in tune. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Fourth down. Fourth and 6.
I don't know, you can't give out of a camera in the stands. The game don't count. 28-7 with almost 5 minutes to go. We have 4th and 5.
Oh boy.
Carthage going to have to run for it, and he's got the first down. As he runs around the left side, he picked up enough for a first down. It'll be a 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. We'll wait for the spot.
7-yard line.
Bring back the first down run for Carthage.
4 minutes, 53 seconds to go in the game.
Oh, wait, they're bringing it back. Maybe a penalty?
Could be. I didn't see. Well,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy with the white hat.
It's going to be a 4th down. It's a hold, John.
Yep.
I think it was a hold.
He's waiting to get everybody settled.
I didn't see the flag go down.
Neither did I. I was looking at where the play ended.
Yeah. So we had a 4th down now.
Yeah, it's on the 29-yard lines. Had to be a holding in the backfield.
So Carthage is calling signals. Touchdown, right down the middle. Can you believe that? It made it look so easy.
29, number 7.
Is that Carazana?
Carazana.
I mean, they just ran 3 plays straight down the middle.
I didn't get the total.
They had 3 verticals.
Why?
They had 3 verticals, and Carazano split right down the middle. And the defensive backs were going back at the snap.
10-yard.
And Dugan misses. Ooh. And the PAT fails. It's 34-7. Westwood leaves Riverdale.
Cardinals 34. Hawks.
Ready. So, ball bouncing around, taken by Spano, and he is dropped.
Spano picks up the kick off the bounce. Takes it out near the 30 for the Hawks.
Well, the Westwood defense goes out, and Riverdale has 4:40.
You know, at one point
Trying
in
to get
the
a
third
score
quarter,
here.
the score was 14-7.
That's right. Riverdale got the opening kickoff and marched down some 80 yards to score a touchdown. But then the first play, remember I told you, John, the first play, Carthage ran around left end, picked up about 23 yards. From that point yard, it was all over.
Yeah, 25-yard and then a 16-yard Carthage and then a 5-yard touchdown.
That's it. The first play that Westwood had picked up some 20-something yards, and that turned the whole game around right there. Took the momentum away from Riverdale, put it on the Westwood side. They marched down, scored a touchdown, added a couple of more, and here we are, 34-7.
And you had touchdown was 44, I guess.
So the three outstanding players, Carthage, Lawton, and Dugan scored touchdowns. And Westwood wins again.
Yep.
Sconza looks, still looks, throws out of bounds. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass on second down.
Third down now.
Bring up 3rd and 6 for the Hawks.
Well, it looks like Westwood's going to take the Bird Bowl, for the first time since 2014.
You know, there was a halftime 14-0, 14-7. We were in a game, a beautiful game. And
Yeah,
then
both
the
teams
wheels.
started slow. You want to say they were off sync. Sometimes the defense played fairly well, too.
Yes.
A couple of fourth down stops. Russell comes out to the left. Fujian, who's been quiet today, basically. He explodes 3-4 touchdowns a game. Russell is in motion, looking for one of those screen passes.
Look at the blocking.
Blocking's outstanding.
Absolutely.
And he runs out of bounds.
So that Sconza.
Bring up 4th and 6 for the Hawks.
So it's 4th and 6, and Riverdale will punt. I mean,
They bring out the punt team.
you don't want to give the ball to Westwood here and
Oh,
go
no.
lose 42-7. So you punt the ball away, and got too many men on the field. And they're going to call Westford too many men on the field.
And
That's it.
On Westwood.
They couldn't get a runner off the field fast enough.
somebody won their 100th game.
Yeah, that's right. Dennis Hard wins today. And I mean, he's 3 minutes and 36 seconds away,
Right.
leading 34-7. I would think he would won his 100th game here at Westwood. Kick is up in the air, coming down, fair catch, and Westwood will take over as Klein took the fair catch. So Westwood will be 3 minutes and 30 seconds away from their third victory.
Klein with the fair catch. At the
Next
Westwood
week it's
38.
Mawa, and then
First
after
and
that,
10 Westwood.
Ramsey.
That's when you buy your tickets early. That's going to be probably the best game in Bergen County in this division between those two teams.
You know what's impressing me in this early year is Old Japan. They have played very well. They're shutting everybody out. They won again today. And off the wing is
34.
Oh,
A 6-yard gain by number 21.
no, that's the
34.
Dugan.
Yeah.
That's the young Dugan, is it?
Anthony
It was
Sabatella.
34.
Oh, Sabatella. Sorry,
Okay. Sabatella, 21.
21, yeah. Not 30. So Sabatella gets his first run from scrimmage and picks up about 6 yards. 3 minutes to go in the game. This is going to be run.
Oh, absolutely.
They're going to wait for until the referee starts his count. And this is just like Sabatella again.
Yeah, first down.
Sabatella fighting for first down Cardinals.
I think he's got it. He's a senior,
First down
Sabatella.
Cardinals.
So it's a
Number
first down for
21.
Cardinals with 2:28 to go. We want to start thanking people. We're going to go down, John and I, and interview. We're going to try to get Dennis Harder, talk to him about his 100 victory, see if he remembers the first one. I'm sure he does. We want to thank. Let's wait for this play. Oh, they really. Got to stay in bounds. And he does. Sabatella does as he gets close to the 50. We want to thank Dennis Snelson, the athletic director of Riverdale, and also DJ Nymphius, the head football coach. He talked to John, gave John all the information and stats for his team. Thank you so very much for all the help you've given us, not only this year, but all the years going back. He's an outstanding coach, outstanding
historian.
educator.
He loved history.
And we like Dennis Vivino, Danny Vivino here at Westwood, the athletic director, and of course, Dennis Hard. who helps us enormously for these games. Thank you so very much, and both coaching staffs. Boy, somebody got whacked in there.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, the hitting hasn't stopped.
That was 21 for Westwood, getting bounced around. Sabatella again.
Yeah.
They're putting him, they give him a lot
Nice
of
to
ball.
see him back, because last year he was injured, had a bad knee, couldn't play all year. We're down to 52 seconds. This will be the next play coming up. Could be the last play of the game. So we thank everyone. Next week we're back here for Mawa, and then we'll be up at Ramsey.
And we'll be televising it from Ramsey.
And a victory celebration. Parsons takes the knee, and that will do it. Westwood will win 34-7 and win the bowl, the Bird Bowl.
There it is.
So we're going to go down and talk to Coach Hard and congratulate him on his 100th victory.
At 21-21, as the Cardinals get their first win in the series since 2014.
Well, we're here with Dennis Hart, and Dennis is the you just won your 100 game. What are your emotions right now?
Boy, it's just I mean, this was a tight game. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. They're good program. We finally got it done, and we've been close so many times. We lost in overtime. We lost a heartbreaker as the clock ran out. And last year we were up. It was a couple games we should have, but tonight was no doubt.
So you got the bowl back now.
Yes.
John?
Well, I was watching the score, and when it was 14-7, I said, Larry, once again, we're going to have a typical Riverdale game against Westwood. And I'm saying,
I think the key series was the stop before halftime. I mean, they were inside the 5. They got the ball inside the 5. They're moving the ball. We had we blitzed. Saddam, my defensive coordinator, did a great job, dialed it up. We got 2 sacks, and then they tried a field goal, and you saw that was just a mess.
I thought that when they came down and they scored and went 14-7, the momentum was starting to switch.
Yeah, a little bit.
You had the ball on the 18, and Carson ran around the left side for 22 yards.
Yeah, I mean, he's just slippery. Like I said, greased watermelon. They can't get tackled. And I thought when he stopped, I thought it was the wrong decision, but he knows what he's doing. He stopped and he ran around tackles and got us a first down.
So you won your 100. Do you remember your first?
Oh, wow.
Got to go back.
Yeah. 1987.
Wow,
yeah.
What team did you beat?
I was at
another school.
I was at Weehawken, and we beat Wellington. I think 20-0.
Was that the field down by by the tunnel?
Yep, right on top. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Next week you got Mawa, so you got to get back to
get
back
home
to
game, which is nice. So
we'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here for that.
Good.
So I want to congratulate you. You're a wonderful. You help us so much.
Great job. Kids love it. Going on and everything.
It's great having you.
Yeah.
And thank you for all the help you give us, and well deserved 100 victory. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's Dennis Hart.
For 101, maybe.
Well, it was a close game for the first quarter. It was going back and forth. At that point, you really didn't know where the game was going to go. Then at 14-7, you figured, well, no, Riverdale comes down. They hold Westwood. We got ourselves a bomb burner here.
Oh, my God. I thought it was definitely going to be final. 1 second, one team can win, when the other team can lose. I mean, unbelievable game.
Yeah, but then Westwood took over control, and final score 34-7. You look at the score and say, wow, Westwood really gave it to them. No, they didn't.
No,
it was a close for the first half. Yep. For the first 2.5 quarters, it was a tough game.
Yeah, it was. I had it 14-7, and they had momentum, and then a couple of breaks, and then Westwood just reached back. And
if I remember, it was 14-7 with 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. So they went almost 2.5 quarters batting toe to toe, and then all of a sudden Westwood just got the plays from Carthage, got the plays from Lawton, got the plays from Dugan, and they just moved on. So Westwood wins 34-7. Congratulations to them. Good luck to Riverdale as they move on. They got a great team with a great coach. Next week we'll be here to play Mawa. So for everybody at WCTV, Ida, who's been on our special new camera, on the field. Thank you. Vicky, who's been on the camera. Bob Steckel, who joined us for the first time today.
Great job up there.
Lou Zerbio, Paul Backy, who's helped us also. And did I miss anybody? Oh, and Nick Bensing. Thank you so very much, all of you. We'll see you here next week when Westwood plays Mahwah. Good night, everybody.